there is hope. There is hope. You just gotta, for me, the main thing was to not lose sight of that. It all starts with the first step. It all begins with that first step, and then you just keep stepping. You just keep pushing forward, and you're gonna have setbacks. I mean, there were days where, I get on the scale and I was a couple pounds heavy, and you just can't get discouraged. It happens. Your body fluctuates naturally. So it's not going to be a downward trajectory. The entire time. There'll be little bumps in the road, or illnesses, or whatever the case may be. But the key is to just keep pushing forward. That's the and for me, I mean, I know not everybody would understand or even be interested in the faith-based part of it. But for me, that was a big part. That was probably the biggest part. Just putting my trust in God, and just keep asking. Just keep asking, keep praying, and keep pushing forward. That truth will set you free, because when you avoid the truth, you're just going to keep on living the lie. Or in my case, if I had continued to live the lie, I'd probably be in the ground right now. I wouldn't be here, because my health was that bad. I mean, at one point, my blood pressure was, probably 220 over 100 and change. I mean, wow. You can't keep on like that. I mean, I had chronic venous insufficiency in my legs, all kinds of leg wounds from the venous insufficiency. I mean, some of the stuff that I've been through. You've seen it. It's miserable. Having to go to wound care and whatnot to get these things. Basically, like, my legs were essentially, I mean, not to be disgusting, but like rotting off my body. Just because you get a wound and it won't heal. You don't have adequate circulation, and so when I say that I was in a really bad place, I mean, I was probably very, very close to my end. I mean, there's, what God has done for me is truly a miracle. That's the thing I preach, whether I'm talking to my son or I'm talking to you, the word you probably hear come out of my mouth most often is consistency. Everything I do is consistent. I eat consistently. I train consistently. I try to sleep consistently as much as I can. I try to drink consistently. Ultimately, who's the guy putting it, in his mouth? It was me. I was the guy who was opening the package and decided to eat this crap. And, so I had to make the decision not to. And that's not to say that, I'm not going to get into like a whole conspiracy theory thing of what the government is doing or not doing or whatever, but ultimately the responsibility, I think, is on the individual to make better choices.